where even in negative situations, you can still be positive. Even when challenges happen, you can still be positive, because that is how to get out of challenges. Because why? Write this down. What you focus on, what? What you focus on? There's a few very important things you need to understand here with law of attraction. Again, I'd like you to write this down, okay? So, there's one thing, which is we think it. Think it. Okay? We're going to break this down later on, okay? But first thing is thinking it. When we think it, when we think something, okay? Next thing is when we script it, when we write it down. All of these things hold power. These are all law of attraction strategies, techniques that we're going to cover. We're going to be covering, and we're going to be doing this weekend as well, okay? Next thing is scripting it. How many of you realize when you just think about something, it can create some sort of feeling, some sort of vibration, but when you script it out, sometimes when you relook at it, it actually, how many of you after scripting it, you actually felt a little bit more like, wow, this looks pretty good actually, right? You feel it more, okay? It shifts your vibrations. So that's why we script it, okay? The next thing is when we speak it. How many of you ever had an idea in your brain before, but when you spoke about it to your friend, you got even more excited about it? How many of you ever had that before? Like, the more you speak about it, the more you're like, oh my God, this is really, really genius, right? So when you speak it, that holds even stronger vibration. You're speaking it into existence, right? Then, what else? When you visualize something, you feel it. That feeling grows even more. So visualizing it, number 4, is very important in law of attraction, is in becoming the vibrational frequency. Okay? What is that all fueling for? That is all fueling for you to what? Feel it. Feeling. Feeling is emotion. Emotion is energy in motion. Energy in motion, the higher the energy in motion, the higher the motion, the bigger the vibration, the faster the attraction. This one is for speed manifestation. Right? So those of you who are still holding that bitch face right now, we need to start shifting it over the 3 days. We got 3 days to work on this. So I'm sure we'll be able to feel something else. Right? So we need to change this. Feeling. How many recognize that when you're observing me here, it seems pretty animated, like there's a lot of energy coming from this physical vessel. How many of you feel that, by the way? You see, this is the way I show up. It's no accident. Oh my God, how did he manifest this? How did he manifest that? Manifest fashion, manifest steel business, manifest franchise, manifest all these different, how does he manifest all these different things? House, car, everything. How does he manifest all these different things? Community, empire, whatever, everything that I do. How do you manifest all these things? Manifest millions of following online. How do you manifest? There's a saying that says success leaves clues. If you observe, do you not observe there's a lot of energy coming from this thing you're seeing here? Right? My question to you is, what energy is coming from your thing right now? What is your energy? What is your energy? What are you putting out? How consistent can you be? I'm going to play my part. For 3 days, I'm going to show my consistency. Now it's a test for you. It's not just a test, it's a training ground. If you can withstand the next 3 days, holding this strong frequency, then highly likely after the 3 days, this thing will just be glued this way. Okay? You're getting some ahas. Okay? So feel it. In every moment, feel it. When you're not feeling it, Force yourself to feel it. Make yourself feel it. Because why? Because we are creatures of habit. This is all conditioning. We are all creatures of habit. When you do things over and over again, very quickly it becomes a pattern, it becomes a part of you, it becomes a part of your DNA. Your whole cellular system changes. And all it takes is repetition. What does this mean? Repetition from this moment to repetition into the next moment, to repetition in the next moment. Then programming happens. How many recognize that some of your minds need reprogramming to manifest the things that you actually desire, right? And how do you reprogram? The key to reprogramming is repetition. That's why you'll hear me continuously asking you to type, what am I writing? To finish my sentences. That's why I'll repeat some of the things I say. Repetition is the key here, because we're all creatures of habit. Repetition, when you do things time and time again, it becomes subconscious. Without anybody telling you to do anything, it will be done. This is how our minds work. Does this make sense? Same thing, because what happens is, right now, what will happen is first time you'll consciously do it. Second time you'll consciously do it. Third time you won't even think about it, it just naturally does it. Even when nobody's saying anything. This is conditioning. And that's why a lot of the things, when I write down, I'm getting used to write it down. There's active participation. There's active participation. I want everybody through these 3 days to feel it. Feel these vibrations. You will be consciously, I'm really conscious and just really consciously tired about this. Then on day 3, you'll just be like this. And I'll be like, why are you smiling? You say, am I? I say, yes, you are. Do you not know? Look in the mirror. Yeah, oh my God, I'm smiling. It'll be like that. You get what I'm saying? You just become that. In the past, I used to find it very hard to, be positive all the time. Let me ask you a question. How many of you sometimes you get thrown off by certain things and you go into negative vibrations or you start reacting to things and things like that, right? You know, people, and I used to have this belief as well. I used to say, surely you can't be positive all the time. But now I realize you can. All it is conditioning. All it is conditioning. You see? That's why you see actually a big difference. For all of you here, I'm guessing you guys are more already on the positive level, where sometimes when you're speaking to your friends, they already call you guru. How many of you are like that? Like you are actually the guru in amongst your friends already. Like you're the positive one, right? Right? But the interesting thing is there's so many levels to this, you understand? Like to the average out there, you may be, okay, I'm more conscious, I'm more aware, I'm more positive. And how I recognize that is because a lot of people who always say, oh, I would love to join your team, I would love to join your team. A lot of the time when they start coming to the team, they're like, oh my God, it's like another level. Then you start seeing their shit start shining. And they're like, oh my God, in a different world, I was the guru. What happened here? Why am I the one behind? Do you get what I'm saying? And I start to realize there's so many levels to this. And so when you're here, you're training yourself to become next level. Where even in negative situations, you can still be positive. Even when challenges happen, you can still be positive. Because that is how to get out of challenges. Because why? Write this down. What you focus on, what? What you focus on expands. What you focus on expands. If you're feeling challenged and you're, oh my God, I can't believe I'm going through these challenges, guess what? Universe reads, oh, I think they said challenges. Here's one more. You get what I'm saying? And then they start coming up with this stupid superstition stuff where they say bad luck comes in 3s. Has anybody ever heard that before? Bullshit. Right? If you believe it does, then obviously it does. But why they come up with that superstition is because when one thing bad happens, you focus on it, it expands, it gives you another thing. You focus on it, it gives you another thing. Some people you'll see so positive and smiley all the time, no matter what. But some people you'll see so negative all the time, no matter what. How many of you met somebody like that before? Right? Some people, they're so negative that whatever solution you give them, they always give you another problem to follow up. Has anybody had that before? Well, you can try this, but... So many people are so negative that but is so big it keeps getting in the way. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? Some people are so negative, if you put them in a dark room, they'll develop. Ha 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 ha, lol. That's the funniest I get. I'm so sorry. Oh dear me, my jokes. Oh dear. I try, at least I try. Okay, so this part, everybody, just push it out. Feel it in every moment for the next 3 days. This is your practice, this is your training ground. Okay, feel it. Then, what else? Next one is action it. Action it. Act upon it. Act upon it. Okay, so these are what we're going to be covering over the next 3 days, and we're going to be doing different exercises to enhance this for you. Okay, what do you action? How do you action it? That's very important because it's law of action. That's the physical action. Okay, then what's the final thing? The final thing is receive it. Receive it. Now you're probably thinking, why on earth does that require learning? Like receiving it just comes my way. Just come here. What do I need to do? You know, why do I need to receive it? Because let me ask you this question. How many of you recognize that at times maybe, and you recognize that maybe you're one of these people, you're a very good giver but not such a good receiver? Is anybody like that? When it comes to helping people, you're all in. Yeah, I'll help you, I'll help you, I'll help you. When other people try to help you, sometimes you're kind of like, nah, it's okay, I'll figure it out. I'll sort it out myself, it's okay. Anybody like that here? I'm getting a yes from Cindy. Desiree, getting a yes from a lot of you. I see you. Marina, I see you. You see, that's the problem. And you may not be aware of that problem because I know deep down inside every person who's a good giver and not a good receiver, I know what's going on inside your heart. Inside your heart is actually, I just love people, I just want to help people. I don't need people to get out of their way. And I know what's happening in your mind. You're humble. You're beautiful, you're humble, you're loving, you're caring. That's what's happening. But I also know what's happening with your vessel. And what's happening with your vessel, and what's happening with your mind, and most likely these two things are linked, is that maybe somewhere in your mind, maybe you feel you're not worthy. Maybe you feel you don't deserve something. Maybe you fear receiving something. Maybe you fear being vulnerable when you openly receive things.